Welcome to YOLO Texas, and this is our team of traveling Texans. Ride shotgun with us as we visit breathtaking views, check out heart-racing attractions, and taste mouth-watering foods that only this great state has to offer.
There's tamale in there. I don't know why I was so surprised about that.
Why, you ask? Well, to simply put it, YOLO! You only live once, Texas. Hey y'all, welcome to YOLO Texas, your one-stop shop for all the places to go and things to see all over the great state of Texas. I'm your host, Tessa, and on today's show, we relive a pivotal moment in Texas state history, and we'll also be getting a little taste of the Taylor Bayou. But up first, we're sending our resident Houstonian across state lines as she follows her hometown and World Series champions, the Houston Astros, to spring training in sunny West Palm Beach, Florida.
Everybody, and welcome to the Sunshine State. So if y'all know me, you know it takes a lot for me to leave Texas, but we're here for a very good reason, and that's because my hometown heroes, the 2017 World Series champions, Houston Astros, are here for spring training. So when we were asked if we wanted to head to the ballpark, catch a game, and maybe meet some of the players, I was like, yeah. But I'm super excited to be here, so before we head on over to the game, we thought we'd take in a little sun and check out a little bit of what Florida has to offer. Now, personally, I'm a sunshine girl, so I love beaches. In Florida, they have 660 miles of beaches, just like this one. Now, there are so many different ways to enjoy the beach, but one water sport caught my eye: paddleboarding. Now, I'm not exactly an expert, so I met up with Troy to give me a few pointers.
Today, I figured I'd take you on a little paddleboard lesson. You're gonna have a one-on-one today. First things first is how you're holding your paddle is really important. When you go from one side, you have to flip and go to the other side to have strength in your paddling. When you get on a board and you don't flip over and you just do this,
And I just,
all you're doing is pushing water around.
Okay.
And I kind of giggle a little bit because it looks funny. The center of the board is where your body has to be at all times. When you're ready for the position of standing, it's very important that you get your structure of your body together first. You kind of want to point your direction of your paddle board in the direction that you want to go.
Crossover. I think I got some good advice. Okay. Cross.
Backwards. That's forward. No.
No. Wait.
There you go. That's backwards.
Oh, a lot of work.
Cross over. There you go.
Oh, shoot. Oh, wait. I need to back up.
Yep. You didn't cross over.
I'm going in circles.
Paddle backwards, otherwise you're going to hit the jet skis.
Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. I'm just taking a break. Okay. Do y'all have sharks out here? When can I stand up? Never? Okay.
Backwards paddle.
Backwards paddle.
Yep.
Backwards paddle. Ah! I'm standing. Y'all, I'm actually doing this. I am paddleboarding. Whoop. And I stick the landing.
Well, I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you
very
so much for the opportunity.
Please invite everybody to come down from Texas. That's great.
All right, that was an absolute blast. But now, time to head over to spring training. So every year, the Houston Astros travel to Florida for spring training. And every year, they're followed by a hardcore group of fans who come here to see their players up close and personal. So, no big deal, but the World Series champions are having batting practice right behind me. Oh my God, you guys. The MVP, Jose Altuve, is standing right there. How freaking cool is this? Being that it was my first time at this stadium, I met up with the general manager to give me a little more info. Can you tell me a little bit about what makes this ballpark so special?
We are the newest spring training facility right now. We're 160 acres big, but once you enter the stadium, You have a full walk-around concourse. You have kind of a panoramic view of the stadium the moment you enter it.
So the first big difference you notice is obviously the stadium. Now don't get me wrong, I love Minute Maid Park, but there's also a lot to love about the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. For starters, the stadium's a lot smaller. It fits about 7,000 people and every single one of them has a great view.
It's a really nice facility. We went to the spring training facility for the Dodgers at Vero Beach many years ago, and this is much nicer. You can tell it's new, and they've really put a lot of thought into making it enjoyable for the fans.
Honestly, when the Houston Astros played in Kissimmee, I grew up playing in that ballpark, and my parents are buried next to that field, so I have a lot of good memories with the Astros, but the World Series one's a pretty good one.
I'm watching the Astros play the Cardinals.
Watch the Astros beat the Cardinals.
We were at an Astros game, I think it was 2 years ago, when Mike Fiers pitched his no-hitter. The boys, were there too, so it was a good family experience.
I can't say enough how much I love my Astros. But one subject that is particularly close to my heart is also something that I share with one of the players.
We wanted to do something for everybody here. And it's about time we brought something home for the great city of Houston.
SAY is the Stuttering Association for the Young, and it's a group organization that helps put kids in touch with other kids of that the same nature, and it has a great camp that kids can go to and just be around people who are like themselves, and to not feel isolated.
It was so cool to see someone be so open, and I was wondering if you've always been that open about it.
No, it took me probably till I was about 24 to be like, you know what, who cares, I am who I am. I can't control it, so I might as well just kind of embrace it from there.
After the opportunity of a lifetime, I was getting hungry, and no baseball game is complete without a hot dog. So now what's more American than a hot dog? There's no better way to spend a Friday night than hot dogs, beer, and baseball. That's good. Oh! Dang, got out! All right, guys, that does it for me here at Palm Beach. This was such an incredible experience, and if you're a baseball fan, you should definitely put this on your bucket list. After all, you know what we say, you only live once.
Want to check out a game for yourself? Visit the link below for more information. Stick around because after the break, we are going back in time to the battle for Texas's independence right here on YOLO Texas. Hey y'all, and welcome back to YOLO Texas. For our next adventure, we're reaching back into Texas state history with an immersive experience that brings a pivotal moment in history to life at the Battle for Texas experience in San Antonio. One of Texas's most visited historic landmarks, the Alamo, is the heart of San Antonio, which was originally built as a church before becoming battlefields in 1836. Today, visitors from all over remember the Alamo year-round. Just steps away from the Alamo, located right underneath River City Mall, is a hidden attraction that takes you through a little piece of history. The Battle for Texas is an experience that has live interaction, live entertainment, and it's also an exhibit. So while you say, we go ahead and make our way over there. There you'll find an in-depth perspective on the extraordinary story of the Battle of the Alamo. Well, cool, I'm excited.
Wear your daily pocket hat. You must.
I just came to Texas from New Jersey in this brand new shuttler wagon I bought. I tell you, this is a garden state. You can grow crops here like I've never seen before. And the Mexicans are offering over 4,000 acres of land for free and no taxes for 6 years just to settle here. So I got here as quick as I could.
First up, we'll get the 411 from somebody who knows the exhibit better than anyone else, Ryan, the executive director of Battle for Texas. You know, you have the Alamo right across the street, but what is this experience like? What are we going to be taking through here in a couple of minutes now?
Well, Battle for Texas is a 22,000 square foot historic adventure attraction that allows visitors to step back in time into the 1800s, step through the movie screens of the old Alamo films. They're going to get 1800s identities, and they're going to journey through Old Town San Antonio, 1836, and eventually find themselves inside the walls of the Alamo, immersed with the battle taking place around them.
Normal exhibits, you kind of just see all the pretty memorabilia, you see it posted on the walls, but like you said, this is a whole new level of showing you and taking you through history.
We have over 250 artifacts dating back to the time period of the Alamo. Interactive elements like pulling a cannon into firing position or creating your own flag and seeing it flown over the Alamo. And kind of the main thing there is that our visitors are going to leave our experience having felt some of the emotion of the battle.
But before I actually lived the battle, I decided to take a quick tour of their immense collection of Alamo artifacts and finding a few surprises along the way. Woo, scary!
State your business.
With 11 unique thematic galleries, this remarkable museum showcases the most comprehensive collection of Alamo artifacts ever displayed, all under one roof.
But you also might brush shoulders not only with artifacts of some of the Alamo heroes like Davy Crockett's long knife that we have over here, but you actually might brush shoulders with Davy Crockett himself.
And all the honor that I desire is that of defending as a high private in common with my fellow citizens. Nice to meet you. Welcome to San Antonio.
Thank you. Woo. My favorite part, an interactive display that lets you jump in, grab a rope, and experience what it really feels like to pull an actual cannon into the firing position. Ready? Oh my goodness, it's actually really heavy. Next, the main event. A heart-racing reenactment where visitors like me are completely immersed in a fantastic journey through those 13 fateful days that gave birth to the great state of Texas.
Folks, come on in, quickly. We are engaged. We are under attack.
Okay.
Let's watch. Come on now, quickly. Doc, I've got a group here. We need to come through. It's out here in front of the church. At the same time those men were giving their lives, Crockett and his band of Tennesseans were caught out here in the open. They put up a great fight, but when you're outnumbered 10-1, it doesn't last very long.
That was exhilarating and a nice touch at the end there.
Yeah, you're going to leave having felt the emotion. Actually, you're going to take some of that emotion of the Battle of the Alamo with you when you leave here. And as we head this way, this is where we pass the torch of defending the great state of Texas today to our visitors. In this room here, we have a 3.5-minute video that really pays tribute to everything that Texas has become since this pivotal time in history.
The exhibit ended with a beautiful display paying tribute to the incredible Alamo defenders that helped create it.
So what'd you think?
Oh my goodness, after that video, I feel so proud to be a Texan right now. That was amazing. That was exhilarating, and then, like I said, nice touch at the end. Love it.
You've truly lived the Alamo story now.
Yeah, that was super awesome. Thank you so much for taking us through, explaining everything, and just being so gracious to us. You know, that's how we Texans do it.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Want to learn more about the exhibit and experience Texas history in person? Visit battlefortexas.com. Don't go riding off into the sunset just yet, because after the break, we're meeting some pretty intimidating creatures, so stick around. Welcome back. So, wise man once said, never insult an alligator until after you've crossed the river. Well, our next destination has got plenty of them and is on a mission to show Texans the true beauty of these reptiles. So saddle up, because we're on our way to the one and only Gator Country. Considered the largest alligator adventure park in all of South Texas, Gator Country acts as a safe haven for over 450 alligators, crocodiles, and a variety of other reptiles. Their team of dedicated experts rescues these animals from backyards and ponds, bringing them to safety in providing them with a comfortable home and adequate care for the rest of their lives. And up first, we get the lowdown from two of the people who know Gator Country best, owners Gary and Shannon.
And it was an old abandoned alligator farm. Now there's a big difference between an alligator farm and an alligator park.
Okay.
An alligator farm is exactly that. They farm the alligators for the meat and skin. It got abandoned, and we kind of came along and had the idea of what it is today. And the records showed that there was supposed to be 1,100 alligators here.
Wow.
So Parks and Wildlife and I walked around to look for those alligators and count. There was only 2 alligators left.
Wowzers.
So you can kind of imagine what happens to alligators when they get hungry. Anyway, we just started rebuilding what was an old alligator farm. And instead of harvesting those alligators and collecting the money for the meat and skins, we brought them back here to build what is today. And now, you know, we've got over 500 alligators and crocodiles and canyons. That's kind of how the whole thing started.
So we also have a venomous snake room. We have all the Texas venomous snake here. We have iguanas, non-venomous snake, constrictors, a lot of things that the community can come in and they can hold.
All right, so before we move on and get hands-on with these guys back here, we're actually going to sit down, learn a little bit more about all the reptiles with the staff who knows them best.
All right, last chance. Y'all ready to learn about alligators? Yeah! This is one of our little 1-year-olds. If you'll notice, these baby alligators have stripes all over their bodies. That's part of his camouflage out in the wild. If I did that to a wild 5-foot alligator, you know what would happen to my face? Now these do not have venom, okay? But what they do have is 90 teeth in their mouth. And they all angle backwards.
All right.
You jumped out of an airplane.
I know, I don't know how I'm like, what is his hand doing right here? All right, so as the saying goes, red and yellow kill a fellow, red and black, friend of Jack, or friend of AC. Hey guy, he's a cuddler. All right, so next up, Gary and Shannon, they invited us onto their boat for a tour to check out the beautiful bayou. So what do you say we go ahead and check it out? Ready for a real southern adventure? Gator Country Swamp Tours takes visitors on a one-of-a-kind journey deep into the Taylor Bayou. All right, so we just saw an 8-foot alligator, but he kind of went underwater, so right now we're just waiting to see where he pops up next. Look again. Gotcha.
I mean, this is a really pretty place. It's got its own type of beauty. I mean, you know, it's not rolling hills, it's not a desert. It's its own type of beauty, and you try to, people that are not from here, you try to explain that. And I think once you get the first half mile on this bayou, people get it. You know, because once again, these are wild animals. Some days they're out, some days you see tons of things, some days you don't, but what's for sure is you get the real beauty of the bayou.
Thank you so much. Stay with us because after the break, we are meeting the king himself at Gator Country. All right, so if you've ever been to the zoo, you've probably seen a gator or two, right? But you probably have never seen this guy. This is Big Al. He's 84 years old and weighs over 1,000 pounds. He lives here, but we also get to see some other animals and reptiles too. So let's check out Gator Country, y'all.
A lot of people ask us, why does Big Al got to be in the pond by himself? Big Al is now 85 years old. Been around a long time. He's a grumpy old man, so we leave him right there.
Gator Country's 15-acre reservation allows visitors to get up close and personal with some of the world's most intimidating reptiles and even offers the bravest guests a swimming with gators experience that's safe for all.
So this is Mr. Cuddles. Mr. Cuddles is an 11.5-foot American alligator. It is a little bit cold out. He likes the warm weather. He's getting some sun right now. I usually teach him by sign language so he knows when to stop and go. But we're gonna see if he's gonna move. You ready?
Our water temperature is like 64 degrees, so the problem is it takes them half a day now to regenerate that heat.
All right, so they tried, and I guess Mr. Cuddles is not hungry and he does not want to play with us. So on to the next thing. Ever feed a gator? Well, let's just say, don't try this at home, kids. All right, here goes nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. I got bad aim. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a burp?
I said thank you.
Thank you so much for showing us around. We had a great time feeding me. alligators and then do the bayou. It was beautiful.
And you know what? The best thing of all is I'm sending you home with all your fingers and toes.
I know.
Right?
Thank you. They smell like hog, but I'm not mad at all.
That was a great day. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. You guys are a lot of fun.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so we're gonna head back to the studio. YOLO, Texas. Want to plan your trip to Gator Country? Just go to GatorRescue.com to learn more. And as you know, there are always so many exciting events going on across Texas, including Big Tex Fun, 3 weeks of San Antonio's newest and biggest family event going on now through April 8th at Retama Park. YOLO Texas will be there too, so make sure to mark your calendars and plan your trip today. And here are some more events going on around the Lone Star State, like the Fenders and Food Trucks on the Frio going on March 31st. And San Antonio's Fiesta is coming up, and I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. And you know we cannot end the show without offering a special giveaway, so be sure to visit our website at yolotx.com/giveaway to sign up for any current promotions such as this one, a California prize pack where you get a chance to experience what our YOLO Texas crew did out in Buena Park, Costa Mesa, and Irvine in Orange County, California. Plus, stay caught up with any episodes that you may have missed on YOLO Texas. Hope you enjoyed what you saw today, and here's a preview of what's to come later this year. Bluebell is actually the 4th largest ice cream producer in the whole entire country, and it all started with the Little Creamery back in 1907. Let's do this, y'all. All right, that is all the time we have here today on YOLO Texas. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And remember, it's a big world, so get out there and explore it. You know what they say, you only live once, Texas. We'll see y'all next week.